Kamala Harris's journey began with a series of historic firsts. She served as the first female district attorney of San Francisco. She then became the first African American and first female attorney general of California. These milestones propelled her to national prominence. Her sharp intellect and commanding presence caught the attention of many. Harris's rise continued as she became a United States Senator for California. She quickly established herself as a force to be reckoned with. Her pointed questioning during Senate hearings garnered widespread attention. She became known for her ability to hold powerful figures accountable. As Joe Biden's running mate, Harris made history once again. She became the first woman, first black person, and first South Asian American to hold the office of vice president. This victory marked a significant moment. It symbolized progress and representation in American politics. Her election as vice president shattered barriers. It inspired countless individuals, especially young women and girls of color. Harris's achievements demonstrated the power of perseverance. Her story resonated with those who had long been marginalized. Despite her accomplishments, Harris faced constant scrutiny. Public perception became a significant hurdle. Critics often portrayed her as inauthentic and calculating. This image hampered her ability to connect with voters on a personal level. The calculated label proved particularly damaging. It suggested a lack of genuine conviction. Voters struggled to see beyond this carefully crafted persona. This perception gap hindered her efforts to build trust and rapport. The constant media attention amplified these challenges. Every misstep and every awkward moment were dissected and analyzed. This intense scrutiny made it difficult for Harris to control her own narrative. She often appeared defensive and reactive. Furthermore, Harris's prosecutorial background became a point of contention. Some viewed her record as overly punitive. Others questioned her commitment to criminal justice reform. This controversy further complicated her public image. Harris's political journey was fraught with challenges. She faced opposition from both sides of the aisle. Republicans attacked her as a radical leftist. Some Democrats questioned her progressive credentials. The political landscape proved to be a minefield. Harris often struggled to find her footing. She attempted to appeal to a broad range of voters. This balancing act often left her appearing inconsistent. The constant attacks took a toll. Harris often appeared on the defensive. She struggled to articulate a clear and consistent message. This difficulty further fueled the perception that she was too cautious and calculated. The intense political pressure also impacted her policy positions. Harris sometimes seemed to waver on key issues. This perceived lack of conviction further eroded public trust. It made it difficult for voters to understand where she truly stood. Section 4. Policy Pitfalls and Controversies. Harris's policy proposals also faced criticism. Some argued that her plans lacked specifics. Others criticized her stance on controversial issues such as healthcare and climate change. These criticisms further fueled public skepticism. Her support for Medicare for All drew fire from some quarters. Critics argued that the plan was too expensive and unrealistic. Others questioned its potential impact on the existing healthcare system. This controversy further divided public opinion. Her proposals on climate change also faced scrutiny. Some argued that her plans were not ambitious enough. Others questioned the feasibility of achieving her stated goals. These criticisms added to the growing perception that she lacked a clear vision. Furthermore, Harris's handling of certain controversies proved problematic. Her response to questions about her prosecutorial record often seemed evasive. This perceived lack of transparency further damaged her credibility. It reinforced the image of a calculated politician. Section 5. The 2024 election, a defining moment. The 2024 presidential election proved to be a turning point. Following Joe Biden's withdrawal, Harris became the Democratic nominee. She faced an uphill battle against Donald Trump. The circumstances surrounding Biden's departure added to the pressure. The shortened campaign timeline left Harris at a disadvantage. She had less time to build momentum and connect with voters. The sudden shift in leadership also created uncertainty within the Democratic Party. This internal discord further hampered her campaign efforts. Trump's negative campaigning proved effective. He capitalized on Harris's perceived weaknesses. He relentlessly attacked her record and her character. These attacks resonated with a segment of the electorate. The election results were a disappointment for Harris and her supporters. Her loss marked the end of her presidential aspirations. However, her historic candidacy broke barriers. It paved the way for future generations of women and people of color to seek the highest office.